Poseidon. Hi, Loki. Are you freezing? Are you dying in the snow? Okay, I think it's somewhere after noon. But anyways, they are not dying. They've been out here since 7 o'clock in the snowy ice, and are playing and being petunia butts. I don't know what they put in the middle of the road, but there's something over there. Probably a toy. Hi. Hi, Clover. Hi, Zeus. They just got a lot of biscuits. And they still have dog food in their dog bowl, so we might be able to make one more night before I head back. But I'll be out of cover material, though I could use coconut coir instead of the pine. They smell something there. They smell it. They don't know what it is. I'm inside, so if we turn this around, see, I'm in the screen. And then I placed yesterday afternoon, that's okay. Let me get away from there so you can see what I'm showing. Okay, so I put one of my laundry bags from Walmart that's like $7-8. I put that up on this so that when I did open this window, the screen wouldn't let in so much cold. It's not fantastic. It's probably only a few points of a temperature difference. But when the wind kicks in, it makes a big difference. I also went and stole this out of my truck when I finally got my truck open. And I put down those blinds. I'd get rid of those blinds, but they don't want to come off the fucking wall. So they're the only blinds that lived in this RV. Everything else died. We're eventually going to redo the whole walls anyways, because all the wallpaper needs to be replaced. So we might as well gut the whole damn thing. Still haven't cleaned up that. I did clean up all of this because I used my camping stove. So we're going to go over here real quick and I'll show you what I did over here. I took another one out of the truck because I have like 5 of them, and I went ahead and put one up against that window. Even though that window's closed, the other one that has the foil stuff is not closed, but this one is closed. The other one's for oxygen. That window's closed as well, and that's my survival blanket. I decided not to put it on me because I kept getting a lot of humidity on it. So I went ahead and closed that up. I also took this blanket out of my freaking sleeping bag because it was such a pain in the ass trying to keep it in one spot. It kept getting underneath me, so I just put it on top. So I have 40 degree sleeping bag. God knows what that is. It's probably at least it definitely is at least a 40, if not a 30. And then another blanket. And then this one I know is fleece. And then one that's cottonish, like sweatpants. And then another one. So, and this is the same material as this, I think, but thicker. So I have all of that, which I need to move these back that direction. Make sure this is there, because this potty pad is for the snow that's melting up there. That is closed, but I have to get new ones for the entire RV because they leak. And I have to redo the roof. I also put this towel down, one for a little bit extra warmth on the floor when I walk, two because if it starts leaking from the other room, it went ahead and got onto another towel. These are the clothes I've been wearing for the last couple days, my thermals and then the sweatpants, but I'm in new ones. These are thicker and they survive better. Now the socks, these are the wrong socks the socks that I'm wearing around the house. These are double socks. They're 2 different kinds. So that's what I'm wearing now. And these are a lot warmer, this one, because I think my other one is, what do you call it? Okay. See, 2 different pairs of socks. All right. These actually go with, if I could get this open from over here without crawling into the bed. Anyways, in there is my thingies, and it goes with them. They're kind of shitty socks that came with them. The sweatpants are great, and the shirt, but the socks kind of get holes in them before you ever use them because of the way they pinned it onto the outfit to put all three together. Anyways, I did go in here and take the snow off my plants and put it in a bucket. This was full of snow. If y'all saw the stuff earlier, there's still snow in here. So that will melt and go down the drain over there, hopefully, and not on my floor. But just in case, like I said, I put this here to prevent it, hopefully, from getting all over my floor. I may play with it a little bit later and move stuff around so that I can put this up here and let the drain have more access to that snow as it melts. But hopefully my green onion live, because I have 7 of them, and they lived, and they were growing really pretty. They were almost up to this bar up here. Believe it or not, one day when I came in, I was like, damn. And so, yeah, but there's still ice hanging from there. And all of that's going to drop into the gray water system in the bathroom. And then I can put it on my floor another day. See, I'm double-hatted. I also have this hoodie. And it's really thin material. It's like t-shirt material. But it's a long sleeve jacket with a hoodie. And so that just keeps stuff off the back of my neck. Yeah. So we have figured it out. We did not have propane at all last night because I ran out of propane. The only heat I had was what with the butane stove when I heated up the water. Sorry, I'm putting the towels back, but they want to keep moving when I'm trying to move them one way and they're going the other. But I want to make sure they're there because everything's getting light. Anyways, the reason I cleaned this and only covered it is because when I used the odor ban, it froze. You could kind of see some of the water here. I've been drying it up. So I'm going to re-clean this. That's why these socks don't go into my bed. They're only for out here. And those socks are for the boots. They're there because they got a little wet. So I switched over to these. And they're going to be drying out a little bit. I'm going to have to get another pair so that I can wear the boots and clean everything up. That is how much cover material I have left. That's not enough. So I may be going back to town. Grover's eating. A big boy. Hi, Grover. I said your name and you know it? Oh, he said, Grandma. He said, Grandma's there. Hi, Buckaroos. All my bubbles. Look, it's Grover and Poseidon and Loki. Yeah. And I put you on camera. Look at those big boys and their big butts. Now, you could definitely tell that Poseidon is bigger than Loki. But Poseidon got even more extra nutrition when he got bit by the snake in the head. Yeah. So he bigger than all of them. But I'm almost at almost at 10 minutes, so I probably need to get off here. But I feel heartier. I have survived a lot of cold weather in the lower teens every night in the RV with no heat hardly at all. A little bit of the Mr. Heater, and if y'all don't know what it is this little thing right here. Hold on, fucker. Okay, little thing right here. It takes 1 pound of propane, and you heat yourself up. It's there to get out of the way. That is all that I had, and I only had 2.5 cans. 1 can lasts you about 5 hours, and we've had 3 nights of cold weather, and I've been here for quite some time. Anyways, window has stayed cracked about 2 inches the whole time. Now, I did have laundry bags in front of it, which I still do, to kind of soak up the water that's coming off of them from moisture, but also to kind of keep some of the wind from coming in. I don't mind the air, but I don't need went. And then when I put that up, that kind of helped a lot too. What it did was regulate the temperature. So I do have somewhere up on top of that bed, I think I still have another roll of the stuff that looks like that for insulation. Not the car stuff, but the insulation. I'm going to have to make some. And I'm going to have to find some better double-sided tape, because the shit that they have at the store these days, duct tape is not duct tape anymore. It sucks. And then, and then double-sided tape sucks too. So whether it's 3M or not, they are not making it where it actually fucking works. It comes off. It can't even last a day sometimes. You do all the work and get shit put where you're supposed to do. You did it the right way, but their stuff sucks and you have to keep buying more and using more because it won't stay. Not even a fucking day. Anyways, so we did make it through another night. If I can leave tonight, I will. It'll probably be tomorrow. The problem is, y'all saw how much food was in the dog bowl outside. Well, that's how much we have inside for 5 dogs. It's not much. Let me turn on the light. There you go. That's all we have. And then that's all the bedding I have. And the bedding is for the compost toilet. But if they don't eat too much of that, we might be okay. Problem is, you see that bag of biscuits? There's only this much left in that bag of biscuits. So, to be very conservative with our biscuits, if I stay one more night. So, it'll be me cleaning up the RV tonight, getting them inside with biscuits, letting them outside in the morning with the remaining dog food, and then making sure I have enough biscuits for tomorrow night, and then put them back in their kennels and go from there. Hopefully I could stay one more night. They really need it. And they're fattening up along with the birds. If you don't believe me, let me see if I can get the birdie on. Hi, Grover. There's one of the birds. 2 of the birds. And that was ice falling off the RV. And the ice is falling down, Bubba. So, because how they are with these birds and just letting them go to the food bowl and pick food up off the ground, I think they'll do fine with fowl on the property. And the birds are just patiently waiting. The dogs don't give a shit. Poseidon will take a nap next to that bowl and let the birds eat right out of it. Even though the bird put himself in the doggy bowl. Let me turn this back. So yeah, the bird will put itself in the dog bowl where the dog's food is, and the dog will sit there and just take a nap. We'll look up at it, but won't touch it. So if the bird is putting itself on the dinner plate, well, you know, that's on the bird, but my dog doesn't eat it, which is good. So anyways, we're working on it. We have a lot going on, and we're trying to get everything together for the next cold front, because apparently there's another one coming. And so I have to financially get another $65 bag of dog food and 2 retriever biscuit bags that are $7.99 each. So, you know, but that's 5 pounds, so it's a lot cheaper than the milk bones. Milk bones are like $17.99 for 10 pounds, or it might be 8-pound bag. But I get 5 pounds times 2, and that's $7.99 times 2. So, yeah, $15-16. So I save a little bit of money. And they like these better. Shh. Don't tell Milkbone that they like Tractor Supply's Retriever better. But they'll eat any biscuit you give them. It's just these they're a little bit more aggressive with. They love biscuits. Doesn't matter who bakes them. Anyways, we got to get that, and then I have to get propane for the Mr. Heater. I do have 40 pounds of propane sitting on the front of my RV. I just can't use it. Maybe when I can afford a grill, outside grill, we might be able to use it, but we don't have a fridge either. So unless it's going to be cooking that night, or I'm roasting like vegetables, which why would I do that on a grill outside? I can do that inside on the camping stove if I really wanted to do that, or just eat them fucking raw. Um, anyways, there's really no point. I have no way of using that 40 pounds of propane in the front. I would have loved to use that inside the RV, but it was meant for me to run the heater in the RV. But unfortunately, the mice got in and I found wires everywhere. So I don't know if it's the stove, the heating system, or what, because those are the two on propane. Or it could be anything else because everything else is electrical. So where did those electrical cords come from? So I can't use anything until I gut it, change out wires, maybe change out the whole fucking system, is what I may end up doing. But I need another place to stay while we gut it. So I'm going to have to get some kind of building. And then once I do that, then I can get this and fix it up. All right. Well, I will chat with y'all later. Have a wonderful day. I will upload this to YouTube and then put it on Facebook. All right. Bye.